Hello. Good evening. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Waiting on everyone to jump on. Hello. Hello. Nobody's on yet. Guess I'll just wait till it's. Hello. Welcome to my live stream. Hello. Tensev. Welcome. Welcome, Elaine. Can you guys hear me? How you guys doing? Okay. Glad you can hear me. This is my first time using this phone. I was told not to use my personal phone that I get calls on. So I'm using this phone. It doesn't have like a service on it, but I'm hooked up on Wi-Fi with it. So this is my first time using this phone, so that's why I'm making sure you can hear me. Okay. Blessings and welcome to I think this is my third live. Man, I had a rough day today at work. I was so tired. I didn't get a nap, but I had to lay down for a little bit. Yeah, it was a rough day today. I wasn't gonna come on, but I was dedicated to do so. So I says even if it's for an hour, I'm gonna try to come on. Oh, garden is pretty good. We've been getting a lot of rain. So the garden is pretty green and nice. I didn't have to water it. Getting a lot of rain recently, pretty much almost every day. So the garden is looking pretty good. Okay, 10 says I'm here, but I'm doing my walk. That's fine. That's good that you're doing your walk. I need to do some too, but I have one of those machine that I go on that cheats. What's the name of it again? I don't even remember the name of it. That you stand on it and it vibrates and shake you. I don't remember the correct name for it, but I have one of them that I go on sometime and cheat. My daughter says it's not the same. You need to go walk, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Other than a rough day at work today, I'm just trying to recoup. And I'm off tomorrow, so at least I'll get some rest. I'm gonna try to go live tomorrow morning. Oh wow. Oh, my plan for tonight is just to freestyle and talk about anything you guys want to talk about. I don't really have a topic to speak on. Just freestyling and chat about any and everything you guys want to talk about. Because I'm not going to stay on here for long. Because as I was saying, I had a rough day today at work and I'm pretty tired. But I want to come on at least for an hour or so, you know, to get some watch hours and probably some subscribers. Yeah, I got to meet that deadline. 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subs. I would say by the end of the year, before that new update take effect. So I'm trying to push. There's a lot of things about YouTube that I was not aware of because, as I was saying, I was on YouTube from last February, and I was just doing everyday life and like work life, busy with life and housework and everything you can think of. So I wasn't really putting in the interest of like going live. I was putting out some videos here and there now and again, you know, try to get some subscribers by like family, friends, word of mouth and stuff like that. And then it wasn't until this new rule take effect. All this time I'm thinking I have all this watch hours and subscribers. On YouTube is showing me one thing, but if I didn't come on the live, I wouldn't find out that all that I had last year, like all the subs and the watch hours, I lose those. Those don't count. I think it was Herb that told me to go to studio and click on earn, and where I see the qualified watch hours, that's what I have. And I didn't know. I thought I had more than that because on the regular YouTube it showed me that I have more than that, but that's not the qualified watch hours. So if I didn't come on here on this platform like the live, I would know all this. And there's a lot of stuff I'm learning from being on here, that I'm, learning. So that's why I'm pushing with that new update. I'm trying to push because if I can't make 4,000 watch hours now, can you imagine 8,000? I will never make it. I would just quit because there would be no sense in pushing. If I can't make 4,000, there will be no way for me to make that. Yeah, so that's why I'm pushing. Hello, Herbs. Welcome. Storm in the Caribbean waters. Oh wow. Sorry to hear about that. I hope you don't go nowhere to Jamaica or come here. Need to go back to sea. Can't deal with no more storm and no hurricane. We had enough. Herb, what you meant by like done? Hi everyone on the live. Herbs, what's like done? I stopped at a farm this evening on my way home. Yeah, I used to, go up and about, but sometimes I'm so strapped for time. And then by the time I get off from work, I'll be so tired, I just want to come home. Yeah, I stopped at a farm this evening, but they were closed. Yeah, I'm going to try to do more of that. Yeah, I don't really stay in the house. I live outside. I live in my garden. Yeah, I'm going to try to do some more of that. Thank you so much, the Scenic Scroll channel. Thank you so much for your subscription. I'm writing all these channels down so I can sub you guys back if you're on the platform in 24 hours. Yes, all is well with me. I'm just a little tired from a rough day at work today. That's about it. But I'll feel better tomorrow. I'm off. Thank you for asking. Okay, Elaine said some farm supply store people is interested in how to grow different things. Okay. Okay. How is everybody doing tonight on the live? Herbs, you gonna go on tonight or in the morning? Oh wow. Elaine says, oh, okay. I hope you feel better soon, Elaine. Okay. Tensev said hello everyone on the chat. No worries, blessing. It's Mary from the Scenic School channel. Doing well. Okay. Nice to know that you're doing well. The Scenic School channel, Mary from the Scenic School channel. Thank you, for tuning into my live. Wow. Hope you feel better, Elaine. I'm praying for you. Take something, and I hope you feel better. Okay? Is anyone on here who have a channel going live tomorrow? Give me a time so I can log on, because if I'm not looking at my phone screen, I don't see the notification. Blessings, Elaine. Yeah, the pain is real. Yeah, there's nothing nice about pain. Okay. Hello, Herbs. Wow. Speedy recovery, Elaine. Pain is no joke. I've been there. Yeah, my channel is about gardening and lifestyle. You know, whatever I do, I'm very kind of somewhat private when it comes to certain things. You know, like you see some people, they have a channel, and if they go to the bathroom, they record and stuff like that. I don't really do that, you know. But I try to record as much as I can, and sometimes I don't have the space. Sometimes I'm trying to upload something that I tape, and it's saying I don't have enough space. I had to go get SIM card or transfer it to a different device, and it's a lot of work, but my main thing that I do mostly on my channel, I love gardening, and most of my content is about that. And whatever little lifestyle, you know, thing that I do, like traveling or go somewhere scenic or maybe on vacation and stuff like that. But it's mostly about my garden. Oh yeah, yeah, that would do it, Elaine. Yeah, that will do it. Yep. Yeah, you just got to do the best you can and, take care of yourself. Yeah, I used to work in healthcare too, but, you know, I wasn't there for long. I move on. I was just there for a couple of years and just move on. I work in retail, and you can get a beating too there, with the customers. I work at Walmart, and you can get a beating there too with work. Like for instance, since of late we've been having a lot of work. So like today was one of those days I was beat up pretty bad, and that's why I'm so tired. Welcome, Devin, Devin Karma. Welcome to my live. Devin said, Grandma, I miss you. Andre 230 says, hello. Oh, Andrea. Hello, Andrea. Ruth says, blessings one and all. It's a 2:40. Oh, it's 2:45 a.m. Oh my Lord. Right now, what time it is now? 9:46 here in Tampa, Florida. And you saying it's 2:45 a.m.? Oh my Lord. Where is this? Where are you, Ruth? Big things are going on. Blessings. Charles Travel. Welcome to my live. Welcome, Charles Travel. Angie, if you notice, my name is edited to tense V. Family, my granddaughter and I was getting ready to roast chicken 2 days ago, and she videoed me, so we started vlogging. Okay, nice. Welcome everyone to my live. Andrea 230, blessings. Blessings and welcome to everyone on the live. Thanks for stopping by. Herbs, are you going live tomorrow? It looks like it's a channel, Elaine, the Scenic Scroll. That's her channel name, I think. Okay, just let me know ahead of time whenever you're going live, whether I'm off or at work. I can still log on, and while I'm working, I can still listen. Put my Bluetooth in and just listen. So if I'm at work, I'll be in and out. I got you. Okay, thank you, Tensev fam. Yeah, I have your name down too. If you sub me, I don't know when. because I saw you a few times on Herbs Live. I don't know if you sub me when. I'll just wait 24 hours and I'll sub you back. Yeah, I don't want to make that mistake. I found out, I'm learning here. I'm learning a lot from being on this platform. Yeah, I have a list. I have pages. I have names, channel names here and here that are written down to go on their channel and sub them. Yeah, but I want to do it the right way. Uncle Barry said, make sure you do it the right way so it stick. And that stick in my head. I remember that. So that way I don't miss anybody. I'm already subscribed to a few people on here, but the rest that I'm not sure if they sub me, I just want to make sure to wait the 24 hours. Yeah, I noticed a lot of the channels, the notification to all was not on, but I did change them to all. But what I notice sometimes, if you're not looking at your phone screen, the notification pops up. But if you're not like doing something on your phone and see it, you don't know. Because I see it. I see a lot of people pop up this person live or premiere for this person and all kind of stuff. But it'll just pass you by if you don't have the phone in your hand and you're looking at it. That's what I noticed. Any topic on here you guys want to talk about? I'm really bothered by what's going on in Chilani. If anybody want to touch on that topic, that stuff really bothers me. Because when you think about it, how expensive it is to build a structure, and then in the blink of an eye, I understand the situation. They're saying the land is not theirs, but they should have done it better. There should be a better resolution to that situation instead of just bulldoze the people them house. That is not nice. There's a lot of people in Jamaica that live on capture land, and they work out a situation where they get it to purchase. Because my mother was living on capture land when at first, and then years later on, the government, cut it up and split it up and sell it to them. So there could have been a better resolution to this situation instead of just go bulldoze the people them house like that. It's not nice. It is not nice. The people them been through so much already. Hurricane Melissa and several hurricanes before that. That is not nice at all. That's crazy. Yeah, it's wicked. It's evil. So wicked and sinful hack. But they're not going to take none of that with them. The only thing they're going to take with them is this 6 foot under dirt that they put them when their time comes. They're not taking. They come here, come see the land, and them are gonna leave it here too. Just wicked. No respect for human lives, especially that newborn baby that I see in a bat. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my heart ache. Mm-mm. Yeah, it's just too much going on around in the world. Favorite spot in your house? Does anyone have a favorite spot in their house? Somebody said, Andrea said no. Yeah. Thank you, Jeddy Creator. Blessings. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, Dre the Creator. Okay, I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. Andrea, what do you mean? I try not to be all over to not get. Oh, I try not to be all over to not get everywhere dirty. Okay. Okay. 10 steps at the counter by my kitchen because I have bar stools and I sit very high. Yes, Jay the Creator. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Just a little tired from a hard day at work today, but other than that, I'm doing fine. Yeah. I need to take a trip home. I'm getting homesick. I haven't been home in probably 5, 6 years. It's time. Yeah. When I get off here, I'm gonna get some rest. Yeah, but I'm off tomorrow, so it's not so bad. Yeah. Okay, Angie said I only use one bedroom, the living room, and kitchen and bathroom to not have a lot. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you'd have a lot of cleaning to do. Yeah, I'm all over. I'm everywhere. A lot of work. My 7 to 4, my garden, and my house. And sometimes I work 5 days, sometimes 6. Yeah, pretty tired sometimes. That's why I be slacking on YouTube because I never have time to go up and about to go create contents and stuff like that. But that um now that I'm hearing about this new rule, I'm gonna push to try to get to the 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours before the deadline. So gotta put in a lot of work. Oh no, I don't. I do it myself. Can't afford a cleaning person. Give me some. What's that? Cookies? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, like somebody live just showed up on my phone. It just come up for a couple seconds and just disappear. So if I didn't have the phone in my hand, I wouldn't see it. If I wasn't looking at it, I wouldn't see it. Yeah, eviction is not nice. Yeah. I remember when I first moved to Florida. We used to live in Connecticut for a while and then we moved back home for like about 4 years, and then when we came back to the States, we moved to Florida instead, to Tampa, Florida. And I was staying with my daughter at first and for about a couple of months, and then I worked two jobs just to, save up enough money to get an apartment. And I was living in an apartment and didn't know the rules of no apartment down here. The kids were just up and about outside playing. And then one day I came home, I saw a notice on my door. Um, and I asked, "What's this notice for?" And the office told me that my son and some other kids was jumping on the AC unit outside, and if that happens again, they're gonna give me a 3 day notice, seven or either 7 or 3 days notice. So I said, "What is that?" I didn't even know what a 3 day notice is, and she explained to me that if it happens again, I have 3 days to move. I said, "What? Where the hell would I find place in 3 days to move?" And I start thinking, and something just went off in my head, and I was like, "No, these people are not going to talk to me like this anymore. Because what if kids are kids? What if it happens again? They're going to put my stuff outside." So I start working harder and harder, and I said I got to get a house, and that's what I did. The interest rate that I got qualified for was more than what I wanted, but I just look at it as paying rent. What I was paying for mortgage, that's probably what I was paying for rent. So I just look at it as paying rent. And I didn't even wait for my lease to be up. I left. I left like about 10 months after living there. And they didn't give me my security deposit back, but I didn't care. I was, comfortable in my own space. They can tell me they're going to give me a 3 day notice or nothing like that. So, it's not a nice feeling when somebody put you out and you have nowhere to go. I can just imagine those people on the streets. It's not, I just can't imagine it. Just put yourself in them people's shoes. Oh, who do you feel? I probably would go crazy. Nope, I didn't have to pay the remaining lease. They kept my security deposit. Yeah. And I found out after the fact that if you were purchasing a house, they couldn't hold that against you. They would have to give you your security deposit back if you show that you were buying a house. But I didn't know anything about that when I left. I just wanted to leave. I found out after the fact. And I didn't care about my security deposit. They kept it and I was comfortable. Yeah, it's very sad for them people. ELJ production, welcome. I'm writing down all these channel names so I can sub them. That's what I'm doing. Okay, have a good night, ELJ production. I'm from Clarendon. I was born in Yorktown, a little community close to Veer, Milk River. It's a border of Manchester and Clarendon. That's where I was born. And then when I was about 6, my parents separated and my mother moved to a town called Racetrack, close to Maypen, like where they have the agricultural show every Independence. We were like right across from there. And that's where I pretty much spent most of my teenage and adult years before I migrated here at 24. Yeah, I don't know, but that's what they do here. I guess every state has their own rule. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, that the government had nothing to do with it. But how could the government allow them to do that to the people? I mean, it's their place, but they should have, go there and evict them or something to that effect, but just bulldoze it like that. And in the before day, when them people probably asleep, that is not a good feeling. Oh, my sister went to Virtech, Andrea. You probably know my sister. She and her husband was popular at Virtech. You know Skeen? Henry Skeen? He used to work at Water Commission. That's my sister's husband. Yeah, he was. They were pop. I think. Well, 60s. Let me see. When 80s. Yeah, I think my sister was 70 something, close to 80s, 79, 78, or 80s. They were going to Virtech. My nephew used to go there too. I had a couple family member. I have a nephew that went to Veer too. He's now a police officer. I didn't go to Veer Tech. My sister did. I don't know who was the principal at that time. My sister is, let me see. My sister is 63. And I think her husband is probably a year or two older than her. I went to Garvey Maciel. I went to the Cuban school. I went to I went to Yorktown Primary, Denby Primary, Osborne Store All Age, Garvey Maciel High School, the one down there in Vernon Field. That's where I went to school. Hello, Uncle Barry. Welcome to my live. Uncle Barry, I'm soaking up all the information you taught me. Every bit of it. Yeah, Tenzev just finished walking. Yeah, he said it earlier that he was walking and listening. Yeah, I was going to Garvamasio in the 80s. I went to school there in the 80s. I was one of the first students when that school opened. When that school first opened, we have to take like a entrance exam. And I was going to Husband Store All Age School at the time. And we went down to the school and we took the exam. And the ones that passed, they were the first set of students to attend that school. And then after that, you have to take like maybe the common entrance or whatever exam to get into that school. But the first set of students that went to that school, it was like an entrance exam we have to take. And I was one of the first students that went to that school. It's right next to the Vernon Field airstrip. Okay. What year that was that, Andrea? Okay. I was in Jamaica in the 80s. I used to go with my auntie. She used to sell fish and I used to go with her down to Rocky Point to go buy fish. Yeah. Cause Yorktown and Veer is just right there. We're not far away. Hello, father and son. Welcome. Where is my brothers? Where is the A team? Yeah, the government should not let them did that. The government must have a say in what they did. There's no way they're gonna tell me the government doesn't have nothing to do with it. Yeah, I heard you guys were in Portland. Thank you for tuning in, father and son. Okay. Did Sheridan went to Portland too with you guys? Oh yeah, I was here in 88 I was in Jamaica. I came here 89. Okay, I can't wait to see those videos, father and son. As soon as those videos drop, I'm waiting to see them. Big up to everyone on the live. Thank you guys for tuning in. Uncle Barry, I'm going to walk in the morning with you. Hello, my brother, Teacher Wong. Glad you can make it. Oh, yeah, definitely. Hurry up and edit those videos. I can't wait to see them. Yeah, the government have a hand in this. There's nobody can tell me they didn't know. There's no way. Nice that you can make it, my brother. I haven't seen you in years. We grew up together. Original teacher Wong. Man, we run up and down as kids, teenager, way back when. I probably was, no, not a teenager. I was probably in my, I probably was about 10 or so. We know each other. We grew up in racetrack. Man, it's like a brother. All right, Uncle Barry. I'll still go walking. Okay. I have my alarm set for 8 a.m. every morning because I heard you go walking every morning at 8 o'clock. So every morning at 8 a.m., my alarm is going to go off. So I'm still going to go walk. I'll be thinking about you while I'm walking. So, Earl, how you doing, my brother? Okay, I'll be on Thursday, Uncle. Okay, you just come in too? I don't think you're as tired as me, though. Earl, give Barry and Sammy my information, please. Okay, Earl. Yeah, give Barry and Sammy my number. All right, definitely. Long time I haven't seen or spoken to them. Okay. Where is Sammy? Yeah, eviction is not a nice thing. And I don't like these rules that they have it's here too. Talking about if you have your house and somebody move in there and they live there for a certain time, they can own it, and that's some craziness. You purchase your property and you paying the taxes and people can live in there. I'm not talking about these people's situation. They didn't have to bulldoze it. They could have a better resolution to that situation. But I heard it's happening in Jamaica too. If people take over your land, even though you own it and you have the paperwork to it and paying the taxes, they can still occupy it, and after so many years they own it. That is some crazy rule. Yeah, they're crazy. They don't care about people. It's insane. People are human. Yeah, that's nonsense. Yeah, because we have a piece of vacant land in Jamaica, and our family keep telling us, "Oh, you better go fence it and do this and do that with it because if people go capture it or bill or whatever, they can own it and stuff." I said, "That's some crazy rule." They say, "Yeah." They say it's happening out there. Don't have Just don't have a tenant in your home after 3 months of non-payment. Take them to court. That is crazy. It is crazy. And the court process, I heard, I've never been through it, but I heard the court process when you take them to court is a long drawn out process, you know, and they still living there rent free. Wow, that is crazy. The rules are so crazy over here. I mean, it's ridiculous. Oh. And that's money to sue them too. So either way, you can't win because you have to spend money. You have to spend money to take them to court. So either way, you don't win. Okay, okay, Mary. Nice to be on your live, Angie. Looking forward to your next live. God bless. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go live at least twice tomorrow. I'm off, so I'm gonna try at least one. If not two, I'm gonna do one. Earl, you mean you lost a property like that in Jamaica? Okay, thank you, Herbs. Earl, what you mean? You lost a property like that in, is it in Jamaica? Where? Your parents' house at restaurant where we grew up? That's crazy. And land is not cheap in Jamaica. Man, it's crazy. Oh, okay. So what happened? People just go take it over and live on it for so many years and they own it? Is that what happened, Earl? Mm-mm-mm. Okay, welcome to everyone. Okay, Uncle Barry, I will be there. My alarm is set and ready every day at 8 a.m. I will be there. If I'm at work, I will be in and out, in and out. But I'll be on. Herbs, you still there? Okay, thank you for the advice, my sister. Your playlist is still playing. Let me go check. Look, sis, your playlist is still playing. Hours and hours. You see it? You know now, Earl? Oh, yeah, definitely. We're gonna make it. Herbs, you see your playlist? Yeah, it's been playing all day. All day. When it stopped, I put it back on. It's been playing all day. And mine is playing on my husband's device, on my iPad. Yeah, she's gonna get there. We all gonna get there. With the support we have on this platform, we will get there. I think mine stopped playing. Mine stopped playing. Yeah, I got mine playing. There's mine playing right here on my iPad. You're welcome. I got you, sis. Yeah, I heard conflicting stories about that situation in Trelawney. I heard it's been several years that they were trying to get those people off the place, and they didn't move or didn't do anything about it. But the government should have stepped in and do something about it. I don't know. But all I know, it should be a better resolution to this situation. Now you know, Earl. Mm-mm. Okay, Uncle Barry's question. Yeah, you'll make it, and we all gonna make it if we put in the work. You know, we got to put in the work, and we'll get there. Yeah, Ruth said the government cannot do anything when the land has been sold. Yeah, they support it because they had police officers went there and arrest some people. They said they arrest most of the men that were there because they were going to riot, something to that effect. Oh yeah, that's what the government should have done. The government should have look how much land is in Jamaica. The government should have relocate them, buy some land, just like I was saying. They have capture land all over Jamaica, where people capture for years, build houses, live there, and then later on the government come in and cut it, sell it to them, at a lesser cost, and cut it up, and they start paying for it. Because my mother was living on a capture land before she passed away. Now my sister built a nice house on that land, because the government cut it up and people, build nice big houses on there, so the government should have resettle those people. Just like when they buy out the backside area and resettle those people, that's what they should have done. Wow. So it's a rich person. And I don't know if it's true. I heard it's like a foreign person, somebody like a foreign investor. It's not even a Jamaican person that owns the land that the people are living on. That's what I'm hearing from all kind of stuff on social media. Yeah, that's what happened. As I was saying, that happened to my mother. You know, her, we grew up together. Her on this platform here that says original teacher Wong. We grew up together in racetrack. Yeah, from we were little, you know, and my mother, was living on a capture land until the government stepped in and cut it up, and who wasn't paying for it or who can't afford to pay for it, they lose it. Then outsiders come and maybe take it and pay for it. And that's how a lot of people own land. And now the place is so developed, you should see some houses that people put up on there. So that's what the government should have done, resettle them. Because most poor people in Jamaica can't afford a house. They can afford, a couple blocks here and there to put a structure on it, to put a roof over their head. But how many people can buy land and plus to build on it? A lot of people can't do that. Some people don't even have a job. It's not easy. It's hard. Herbs. My favorite of all your videos is this one, the Emancipation Day. I watched that one over and over. One of my coworker at work, he's Jamaican. I told him to watch that one too. I love that one. All of them are nice because what you're doing, is commendable. I love what you're doing. And as I heard, most of it you're doing out of your pocket, So, we got to support you, because what you're doing is not easy. Many people wouldn't take on that task, and I commend you for that. And you just once you start, support will come. Or you asking that question of Uncle Barry Herbs? You asking how much time should you run a playlist for the day? Is that question for Uncle Barry? Yeah, they don't have nowhere to move to. That's why they didn't move. They have nowhere to move to. Yeah, it is sad. No matter how you look at it, it's sad. Yeah, that's why they didn't move. They have nowhere to move to. That is crazy. Hello, Winos moderator, PR. Hi, how you doing? Wino's moderator PR is asking, what is captured land? Captured land is land that people don't, it's just sitting there idle. And sometimes they don't know it don't belong to nobody. Sometimes it's belong to people that died years ago and nobody know who it belongs to. But the government have a way of probably can file some paper and take ownership of that land. And sometimes they sell it and people don't know. Sometimes if they have a good member of parliament or whatever working for the people, they'll say, these people been living here for so long, let's cut it up and sell it to the people and stuff like that. And before it gets to that time, they just live there for free, just capture the land. Some people put up nice, decent houses and capture land with the hopes of one day they might get to buy it. So that's what capture land is. A lot of people in Jamaica, they capture the land at first, and then later on the government comes in, or maybe the government buy it from whoever owned it before and just sell it, cut it up for the people. But until that happens, it is considered capture land. Even to this day, some people who pay for the land and own it, they have their paperwork for it. People still refer to it as captured land. Yeah, so that's what a captured land is. They capture it and they just live there. Live there for free. Don't pay no taxes, no nothing. Until if they purchase it down the road. If it's cut up and they purchase it. That's what a capture line is. Can you please explain capture line? I never heard of it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just explained it. There's not going to be no peace in that place because people is going to remember how cruel they treat these people. Whatever structure that person is going to put up there, it's not going to be successful because God is not sleeping. The way they treat those people, oh my gosh, something's going to happen. I'm not wishing no bad on anybody or anything, but God is not sleeping. Yeah, it's brutal. It was brutal. The government sell out the whole Jamaica. You can't even, some places in Jamaica, you can't even go to the beach. They tell you, you as Jamaican born citizen, you're not welcome here. Hello, my brother Maki. How are you doing? Yes, thank you guys for the support. Wino's moderator, did you hear the explanation of the captured land? If you want me to explain some more, I can. Yeah, a lot of these people gonna end up on the street or end up mental, because if I was in that situation, I probably would lose my head. I probably would go off my head. because that would be too much to to deal with. Bless up and welcome to everyone on my live. Thanks for the motivation, Uncle Barry. Thank you. Yeah, Maki, I can't wait to see that epic adventure. Can't wait. Yeah, I feel it for that mother. I know she's hurting. She had a C-section for that newborn baby, and she was put out in the wee hours of the morning. Oh my God, that is a wicked and sinful act, as Oliver would say, wicked and sinful. 20 years? That's how long they lived there? About 20 years it took to get them off. If a hungry man go into a shop and eat something without paying, it's still thieving. And what is wrong with doing the right thing? Oh my gosh. Yeah, me too, Herbs. I can't wait to see that epic adventure they had today. Yeah, a lot of people. Winos, you were asking about the explanation on the captured land. Um, a lot of people in Jamaica that own land and houses, they get it that way. A lot of them. Some people purchase their land too, but I know a lot of people in Jamaica who couldn't afford land, to buy it outright, other than this way where the government cut it up and sell it to them at a cheaper price. Couldn't afford it. My mother, my sister, and my brother, they're the recipient of some of that land that was sold through the government. It was captured, and later on, the government cut it up in sections and sell it. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, that is very popular. Because even right now, I know a section in Maypen up sevens when you're going up Chapelton. They call it seven heights. It's captured land. You should see some houses that people put up over there. They say that that place was owned by Seven's Estate, like the sugar factory that owned the sugar factory years ago when I was living in Jamaica. They said those places is owned by that estate. So I don't know what they're gonna do with it. Who own it now? Most of those people died out, and then the government take it over. So maybe down the road, they might cut it up and give those people. But people build the houses. What if when they're trying to cut it up, a house is in the way or a shop is in the way or something to that effect? You never know. But people take the chance and people take the risk. I don't know if I would want to take that risk, not knowing, what's going to happen down the road. So, yeah, a lot of people, get their land like that. Some people take the chance and win. Some people take the chance and, locked out. Okay, Maki, I'll go on her channel and check it out. Miss Ruth, blessings always. Mikey said, Miss Ruth, blessings always. True. 10 says, suffer the little children to come unto me. Yeah, we're living in the last days. It's true. Because some crazy things are happening. Oh, yeah, karma. Remember, is everyone's address. Yep, definitely. Okay, Maki, I understand. Yeah, go ahead and edit. I want to see that video when I wake up in the morning. Thanks for stopping by, Maki. You and father and son. Yeah, YouTube is hard work. It's not easy. You got to go out there. You got to buy your gears. You got to make sure they're charged up. You got to go there and create contents. You got to upload it. You got to edit. Yeah. You calling me? Yeah, you got to upload. You got to edit. You got to post. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I didn't thought it was so much work until I got into it. I first started watching a lot of channels and I get inspired by a lot of creators that I was watching. And I was like, I always like photography. I like to take pictures, videos. I got millions and tons of pictures that I like to record and take over the years. And I was like, that's something I like. Maybe I should just start a channel and get to, post some of this stuff I created and stuff like that. And that's how I started. And thought it was easy, but it's not easy. It's you got to put in the work, and then realizing that if you do so much, if you get so many subscribers or so many watch hours, you can be monetized. And then you see some content creators out there, living a pretty decent life, that they created on YouTube, but they didn't get it overnight. You know, they put in the work. You know, so a lot of people coming on the platform and thinking it's easy work. It is not easy work. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting close to hurricane season. Hurricane season is right around the corner. Where these people gonna go? Right now, the government people are in those affected areas of St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Trelawney. Some of those people are still displaced from Hurricane Melissa. Where they gonna put all these people? They don't. The government don't have a plan for them because he never did for the victim of Hurricane Melissa. And hurricane season is right around the corner. How these people is gonna manage? Blessings, Mango Bone TV. Blessings and thanks for the sub earlier. I will get back with you in 24 hours. Oh yeah, that's how a lot of people build houses in Jamaica. Show their little partner and buy their little block, their little steel and whatever. Yeah. And now they're out of a home. Boy, those people have some nerves though, but I don't know if I could do that knowing, they probably thought the land was for the government. They probably didn't know it was owned by a private person. So they take that chance with the hopes of thinking, oh, maybe one day the government might cut it up and we might get to buy it and stuff like that. So maybe that's the hope that they had going into it. Yes, Maki. Yeah. We know it from way back, and some people think it's a joke, but when you love what you do, it's just greatness. That's true, Maki. Blessings always, my dear. 20 years. 20 years free. So they live on that land for 20 years. That's a long time. Oh my gosh. I don't think they had any intention of um, leaving. I think the only thing that I can think of is these people thought the government owned it. And I heard that the government owned it before they sell it to this private person. I heard it was owned by the People's National Party, and they sold it to this investor. So maybe they thought, the government was going to cut it up and they'll get to purchase it, sometime in the down the road, and that never happened. Yep. Understand the property is now primarily. And I heard it's close to a body of water. I don't know if it's close to the sea or a river. I heard it's, close to the water. And it's like prime. They said the person that owned it is somebody that owns some hotels. So, they're probably going to build some resort there or something to that effect. Thank you, Uncle Barry, for reminding them. Please hit the like button. I forgot about that. And if anyone is on here that are needing subs and watch hours, please subscribe to their channel, please. Thank you. Wino's moderator. What inspired me to start my garden? My sister. My parents, they're farmers growing up, but I never had a interest in growing anything. Everything I planned died, so I never had an interest. My sister who lives here, she lived like maybe 5 miles away from me. She got everything you can think of from Jamaican in her backyard. She got a big old ackee tree taller than this house. She got two. She got mango. She got everything. So I usually, when I go over there, she used to give me fever grass, scallion, thyme, ackee. I went to her house and she gave me ackee that she picked from the tree in the pot. And I come here and I pick them out like I'm in Jamaica, and I plant the seeds in pots. And when they start growing, I plant them, and she teach me what to do. She tell me like, buy this fertilizer, buy that. And again, I just started, liking it. And then I be going to the nursery, buying plants and flowers. At first, I started out planting flowers, and then I said, man, I need food. So I got into, you know, planting all my tropical trees, all the food that we grew up eating in Jamaica. I have sweet sap, I have sour sap, I have neeseberry, um, mango trees, ackee tree. I got pretty much every fruit tree you can think of in Jamaica in my backyard. And I just started getting to like it. And that's how I started. Because I was never, everything I used to plant used to die. And my sister, she showed me the ropes and what I need to do. And I'm pretty much right now I'm at the stage where I'm teaching people what to do with their plants to make it grow. So that's how I started. Last year I planted sorrel. I still have sorrel in the freezer right now from my garden outside. Try to read some of these comments. Yeah, the best advice, if you want to start your own garden, if you don't have a person who knows how to garden to get advice from them, everything is pretty much on YouTube, or I would say YouTube, because there's a lot of things that I didn't know or see on my plants. Like, for instance, I see the leaves or a certain, leaves bitten up or whatever. I like Google it, take pictures, and most of this stuff that I need is right there on YouTube. You just Google what you're trying to find, and it's all right there. I mean, on YouTube. Yeah, so a lot of my answers is on YouTube. I get a lot of information from that. Yeah, Buckner is capture land. Yeah, I don't know if it's sold. It probably still is. Buckner. Yeah. Okay, Uncle Barry, you have a good night. I'll catch up with you on Thursday morning at 8 o'clock. Double tap the screen, please. Yeah, the PNP government is better at locating people. Most of the capture land, I think, that was sold was done under the PNP government. Okay, Maki, thank you. Thank you for the support. Yeah, the government always do things to help themselves and not the people. The only time they care about the people is when election time comes around. If you can't walk, they're gonna find somebody who can pick you up and take you over the threshold to the polling station to vote. That is the only time they need you. My brother Maki says love to you all on the live. Big up the one and only A team. Thank you guys for what you're doing. Thank you for your mentorship of Sheridan, you and father and son, colors, everybody. You know, I love you guys so much, and I'm here to support you. Blessings, Sonia. Yes, the one and only Marcus Garvey. Yep, they did. They sit down on all the money. They didn't do nothing for the people. If it wasn't for a lot of celebrity YouTubers and supporters over here that support people out there sending barrels or supporting a creator who is doing great things for the people, those people who, I don't even know, more people who die. There's still people down there on the tarp in St. Elizabeth. Government didn't do nothing for them, and all the money that they get. I heard, I don't know how true it is. Somebody from Jamaica told me that they heard two 40-foot container of food they throw away because it went bad out there in Jamaica. That people pick up donation that people pick up over here and send to Jamaica for the hurricane victims. I don't know how true it is. I didn't see it myself. It was just a person who live in Jamaica was telling me about it, that it was on the news. Yep, that's what they do, buy votes. And people are stupid. Look what the government did to these people in Hurricane Melissa. And you still have people out there talking political and supporting this administration. Ginger and sweet potatoes are easy to grow. Do you not have government housing? I'm not sure. In Jamaica, I don't know if they have government housing out there. Maybe housing trust, and nobody can afford housing trust houses. Most people that has homes right now is from the PNP. That's it. That is true. Yeah, yeah. The PNP. A lot of people house that has houses get it under the PNP. Yes. Yeah, I do my little gardening, but it's not a lot. I go I still have to buy stuff at the store. Once in a blue moon I can maybe go there and pick a pepper or a tomato or stuff like that. But I don't go stuff in abundance because I don't have the space. But I have, quite a few, mango trees, ackee trees, sweet sap and stuff like that. But little catch crop like peppers and stuff like that, yeah, I don't have a lot. So I still have to go grocery shopping and buy my fresh produce. The PNP is the People's National Party, which is they are the opposition right now. The Jamaica Labor Party, that they call the JLP, they are the current administration right now. Yeah, Mackie is explaining the two different parties in Jamaica. Roots Mackie said Root, the PNP and the JLP are the two political parties in Jamaica. Mhm. You only see them when they need your vote. People should not vote for them. None of them. I don't have no confidence in none of them. Yeah, I think when they cut up the captured land in Racetrack where my parents was living, it was done under the PNP. And the one in Sevens Heights now up Buckner, most of the people in that area they're JLP, and they haven't done anything to settle those people. They've been living there for over maybe 30 odd years, and they still don't own the place. The government didn't do anything to cut it up and sell it to them. Okay. What time is it now? Oh crap. I think I'm gonna get off now, guys. Thank you guys for coming in. I'm gonna try to go live tomorrow. I'm not sure what time, but sometime in the morning, maybe around 11. Give me some time to rest up because I'm off tomorrow, but I have a doctor's appointment. My husband have a doctor's appointment in the evening. So I'll be available in the morning, and maybe in the afternoon, late afternoon, I'll try to do another one. Yes, guys. So thank you all for stopping by, and please give me a sub and some watch hours. I'm currently at 341 subs, and I think 180 watch hours. And there's a few people on here. No, not a few. I know of one that still needs some watch hours and subs. So go ahead and check out Herbs Lifestyle TV. She needs some support, please. So go over and check out Ruth. She definitely needs some watch hours. All right, guys. I'm going to get off now, and I'll catch you on the next live. Have a great night. Thank you, everyone, for coming by. Good night, my brother, the one and only A team. I must say, I find it hard to believe that you can just build on land that is not yours. Yeah, people do it. Yeah, people do it in Jamaica. They take the chances because a lot of people, that's the only way or the easiest way to own a home, because they know from past previous history of the government, cut up the land and sell it to them at a lower cost. So some people just take that chance. Yep. All right, Ruth, you have a good night. Yeah, it's late, 4:05 a.m. Good night, Andrea. Good night, Herbs. Good night, everyone on here. If I don't see your name right here, you guys have a good night. And I'll catch you on the next live. Thank you guys so much for your support. All right. Bye. See you guys later.